Look at me. Look at me. Look at me ballin'. With my range up. Look at me ballin'. Got me famous.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here. Second. Hey, good morning, Salsa. How are you? Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look. Time is it right now? Got a few minutes here before the open. We dropped all the levels here in the Discord over in the market talk session, breaking down kind of like all the important stuff that we're watching here for today. But just to keep it simple here for the stream, the main thing we're watching right now is are we going to be able to accept above and continue to ride higher and get that major level? We'll be looking at 30,191s possibly. I mean, we're pretty balanced right now, but overall supportive to the upside. You know, obviously we're above prior day high, so we're just gonna watch as we open up right now if they're gonna end up taking out these lows before going higher. So I'd be looking for some type of move, maybe deeper pullback, maybe a level like 800s. Be watching. Maybe this prior New York Open could also potentially hold. We've got a very nice cluster down below, so if we do start seeing price move back down to 800s, possible they support it. You know, we get a drop down lower. Maybe they buy into it, and then we can get a move right back up. So I'm watching that. We'll see. Look at the hourly chart. Obviously, our PPI release here had a nice little pop, but could not really get back above 30,000. So clearly 30,000 is decision level here for today. So we'll see what they're going to do with that. It did hit it in the overnight. Yeah, I was scalping last night, and we were able to catch some of this nice move over here. Let's see. Ended up failing. So we're just going to continue to observe this level here. Watch right here, this area right here, to see if we can come back into it. So we're going to see how this unfolds here. We got the 9 o'clock hour. We're beginning to retrace back into the 8 a.m. candle. So we'll see how that holds up. Overall environment is positive. And then our main levels and everything else supporting, you know, supporting upward movement. So we just need to continue to just be patient, just allow the setup to come to us. But again, as always, you know, just gonna take it one step at a time. Had a pretty decent day yesterday. Pretty chill. See what we can do here today. Yeah, we'll see exactly. So when we start reaching back up into 30,000s, we're gonna watch to see how that type of reaction we get. So we're not gonna be buying unless this becomes one of those slow grind trends. But we'll see what happens. See what happens. Ready. Yeah, we just know we're not chasing any breakouts today. Good morning. SPX here. Get a gamma territory. See 500. All right, gang. Got a few minutes here before the open. Make some money today. All right. Morning, good morning, good morning. Got some setups here today. Very nice area, key area of interest here. Just hanging out right under 950s. And it's also our open of the week. See what we get here. It's open. All right. 1 minute left. ES has some room. Let's see here. Looking at 7600s again. Call wall on the ES. If they're going to be able to get up there, maybe even up to 7606. See. All right. Good luck, everybody. 720s on QQQs. Watching that level. Drive into 75s. Will they reject 75s? Watching this 40 level here. See if they're going to end up supporting price here, or we push down a little lower before we go higher. Kind of holding here at the 50 level. Not much happened here as of yet. All right, looks like they're trying to break down here. Let's see. Let's see. A little rejection there off the 75 level, 975. Let's see now. We're beginning to put some pressure on price. Testing our 25 level now. Also testing our previous day high. Previous day high is right around 920s. So I'll be watching to see if they end up pushing down lower. You know, obviously 850. Pay attention to that level. Start reclaiming back again as they start buying here. We'll see what happens. Watching. Got this downside magnet here, pulling price on QQQs. 720s. It'll be basically like 875, 880s. So people are trying to short this. I wonder if people are trying to short this. See, go. Buying coming in. See if we can get a little bit of a pop here. I'm not taking this. Not yet. See what they do here. Testing the weekly open. Also have a major level here. Around 724 on the QQQ. Beginning to look like it wants to come back and retest these highs here. See, we got that nice little push attempting to happen here, but we're not really trying to buy strength here on this move. Let's see. So just like over here, those folks who are selling, they got trapped. Anyone who's buying is probably going to get trapped. Exactly. That's what we want to avoid in a positive gamma environment, right? Let's just allow price to do what it needs to do. Where's our open? 54.75. You're new here, what you're seeing on the charts is just basically a combination of tools that we use. The Renko, you're looking at their execution layers. This is what we use to execute. Get rid of this here right now. Our execution layer, but we look at obviously key levels. That's going to be derived from gamma levels as well as our Ludwig levels. We also look at obviously daily levels, same levels people look at. From there, we'll look into and drill down into some order flow and begin looking at where they're stacking offers and bids, anomalies in the order book, and how they deal with that. And then, of course, from there, we start going down into the actual timing of the execution. That's where what you see here on this chart, that's really what this is for. The Renko makes it very simple, kind of puts all the pieces together. And even if you don't understand everything, because even myself, I don't know everything either, right? I don't think anyone really does. But you got your process. And if you know your process, that's all you need to know. And you can execute that process consistently. That's all that matters, right? That's really, at the end of the day, your ability to execute each day, follow your plan. And based on your data set of trading over the last 100 trades, 200 trades, 1,000 trades, you have a positive expectancy. So let's see what we can do. Man, SPX is ripping right now. SPX is ripping right now. ES is ripping right now. NQ is pressing lower. Large bid that just popped here. Let's see. Either around 900s. I'm watching for 850s. I probably won't be interested in doing anything till we get like true failure here, some I'd like to see some real weakness come into the market and then maybe start looking for opportunities, get long. But I'm not trying to jump in just yet. Price come down. We're trying to pull price here. This is the magnet. So why is price dropping right now? We had our POC down at 725s on the QQQs, and that was acting as a magnet. Now they just migrated the POC above price. So initially it was below price. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right back to the chart here. So initially on the QQQs, the POC was around 725s. That was pulling price, yanking price down. Okay, and now we're beginning to shift POC higher. $725, so now it's above price. So we're going to see if this ends up being a situation here where they were just using this to fill that bid. So now I'll be looking to see if we get any reclaim longs. Possibly, we'll see. Got down to our 850 level, pretty much. Not ready yet for me. We don't just jump in. We're just waiting a little bit. You'll see shifting back down again. Zero. So POC is really 725s right now. Planned. So 719s is where our gamma flip is going to be, or our zero gamma level. So as of right now, we're going to expect that this environment, that they should be supporting this move lower, meaning they should be buying this, right? As we start seeing price drop lower. Gotta wait. Just need to wait a little bit here. Guys, get another push lower here. Push and fill into 850s. No trades for me as of yet. We're just waiting, just observing. So we'll see if we get a push lower here. We're going to be able to continue pushing lower. You'll see on the QQQs, overall exposures have moved down to 700s now. So what this is telling us is that there's possible that we see some acceleration lower QQQs, which obviously would have an impact here on NQ. Like we've also crossed over for our net GEX that we're in negative territory. See what happens here. Kind of hanging out here at 850. That's kind of the area that I was interested in seeing once we got there, what was going to happen. We cannot just enter just yet like that. At least I can. You can do whatever you need to do. You can do whatever you need to do. Wonder if they're going to end up trapping some folks down here at around 850s. Might be ready to start the turn, possibly. We'll see. We got the 15-minute, first 15-minute candle opening range closing here in a few minutes. Let it do its thing, folks. Probably see this accelerate lower from here. I'll be watching for this pivot right here at 900s, right under 900s. Ideally, what we end up seeing here is a 15-minute candle opens up in 30 seconds. They probably pop into it one more time. We see some type of little spike and then maybe a failure back into these bids lower. And maybe on this lower move down, we look for a reclaim long, and then we can take it right back up. But nothing yet, guys. Our ATR today, 97 ticks. There's the move. That's that move that we're looking for. See if we get a nice little pop, push lower. A reclaim maybe. Gonna need to maybe drop some more first. Yes, is also still pushing down a little bit. Could be the reclaim, but let them try again. Let the sellers come back in and push it down. Let's get some 945 sellers in the mix. Now we could hammer him. Hammer it. Oops. I haven't taken any trades as of yet. Waiting. Pull up the book map as we start getting ready. Pushing down now, watching. Let them do their thing. Let them keep going. We don't want to fight this, right? We know that the QQQs are a negative gamma right now, so we need to understand that we might see acceleration lower. So we don't want to end up trying to fade this if this is going to continue to press. Don't want to try to predict the reversal, guys. Fastest way to get in trouble. Placing offers, 700 contracts there on the offer. They're playing with price. See if that's going to be our catalyst here. Draw price higher. Try a quick scalp long. Long. Quick scalp. Cautious here. 50 points. Ready yet? Oh, tagged out. Quick cut, guys. Quick cuts. Now we're testing our Globex open print. Hitting 800s again. And they hold 800s. Try one more time. Trade 2, loss. See my entries right there? Uh, we're not going to try to fight it, so allow the structure to reverse and do what it needs to do, or keep pressing. Coming into this major cluster, this is kind of what we're looking at on the higher time frame, this overall zone here. Let's wait for the 30-minute candle to close. So we need to step in here. Let's see if they even have a chance. Follow through here. Buyers are now stepping in. You're going to see some participation. Can it be enough? Not yet. They may need to come back down one more time. But no action yet. Just waiting. Just watching. 2 cuts so far. PR is now expanding a little bit. Immediate fail there by the buyers. Let's see. A bar timer on here. Throw the bar timer on there. It's kind of important. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Just getting things rolling out here. Right. Let's see how these boys handle this area here. About 5 minutes left now for this 30-minute candle to close. We're just going to let that candle close. And then we'll see if we start seeing some opportunities here to get back to the upside. But everything's still staying super negative. Super negative on QQQs. So I don't know if you guys are able to see. Let me just put it on the main chart. And we can just see it's just been nonstop selling the entire time. This is for same day expirations right here. Just continuous pressure selling on the QQQs. Then we have our POC way down below. So this could be possible amplification of price as we start trading lower. We can see price maybe accelerate down to 700 on QQQs. But NQ, technically the NQ is technically in positive gamma. So we're going to kind of see how we unfold here. So we're beginning to shift here as we start opening up the new 30-minute. 3. I just look at key level, then we'll look at order flow, and then just Renko. Actually, it's 3 layers. I'm a scalper, so I'll be taking, when I take executions, I look for initial positions of like 15 to 25 points, and then we'll scale the rest and try to hold for the bigger move. So if we anticipate a larger move, we're always trying to trade in sync with the 30-minute or the 1 hour, and those trades can become pretty decent, you know. So 50, 100, 200 point winners, of course, if we can catch them, right? But pretty straightforward stuff. That what you see here on the charts, our main execution layer. Buyers are trying here. They're trying. We start seeing some activity here. We did have some big buyers come in earlier as well, but nothing significant yet. So just waiting here to see how we begin to pull back. Watching the book map here, we are rejecting off that 807 level. So 800s is kind of our little area here where we can see that the battle's happening. This is also our closing price from yesterday and our GlobeX open price. So right, this area, this cluster, we're literally in the middle of our 1-day max and 1-day mid. So we anticipate a battle here. So let's just watch. Definitely not enough. I'm looking for maybe another aggressive sell-off here, or going into the open, or the opening of the 10 o'clock hour. And then we'll watch how they handle that. And from there we can assess what we're going to do. Watching S&Ps as they are trying to curl here on the S&Ps off 600s, 605s. Take a look at the S&P real quick. So you can see that these boys already rejected off of our GEX 1 level here at 76.25s. Really nice pullback, and now we're beginning to curl. So we'll see if these guys can actually get that next retest of 625s on the S&P, and maybe that might help the NQ begin to start curling a little bit here. So we know the NQ's obviously weaker. Let's just continue to observe what's going on here. In New York and Asia. As of right now, for live streams, we just live stream it session. I'm just waiting here for this next 30-minute candle. All right, getting a push down, opening range low, retest. Here's our 10 o'clock open. Trap some buyers here. Let's see if they trap some buyers here. So we did get that reclaim of 800. And just waiting to see now if we can maybe get an opportunity here to participate. So we're trying to hold above the 823 level. See what we can do. So for me, what I'd like is for an opportunity here to participate. I'm not convinced on this move up, so I would want to see probably another attempt by the sellers to push price lower. And then from there, I could probably look for that opportunity to get long. And I'll be using my stack here, 823 open, as kind of the key level here. Why do I use them? I use both. I use regular time-based charts and Renko charts, but Renko specifically for execution gives me that for how I trade and what we use, the tools we use, gives us it makes it so much easier for me. And then of course you kind of have more of a fixed entry point, because with candlesticks you can get 10-point candle, 50-point candle, and so depending on your entry trigger, what you're looking at. So for me, I'm always entering on a very specific pattern. So my stop losses are typically like 50 ticks, like maybe 10, 15 points at most. But that's because Renko allows us to create that fixed structure, because Renko is based on price, not time. So every bar is pretty much structured the same. So what we look at is the reversal bars, right? The reversal bars on a Renko chart, depending on what platform you're using, but I use specifically NinjaTrader. So we know every reversal bar, at least with what I'm using here, is about 40 ticks. So technically, you can use a stop loss that's pretty fixed at 40 ticks if your entries are tight. All right, so I want to see price now kind of get back below the 930 open, and then a reclaim, and then some type of movement higher. But at the same time, I'm also being cognizant that they could completely reverse this thing back down, get the retest of that low. So the pivot to watch for is like 800, 790s down here, this little zone. Oh, you guys can't see that. So this zone right here. We watching? Oops. Okay. Buyers are beginning to push up now. Let's see. ES is almost back to high a day, so this could be that rotation. So, I'm not going to buy the strength here. What I'm going to do is wait for a failure and then wait for a reclaim. So got that higher high, look for that break. top. I'd be interested maybe back around 800s, 750s if we can get back down there. So the transition happened. I don't know if you guys can see this on the chart right there. So on this break, we had our little flip, our buyer control flip, volatility flip. This tells us the rotation that's creating the next rotation. And then we can see the sellers have tried twice here. Once, two, three times. We even had a big seller come in here and hit the bid, 113 contracts. Didn't do much for price. And you can just see how everything's structured, continue to hold up here. So let's see what happens here if we get some type of push lower. I'm going to be watching 850s as my trigger. I'm going to get in right now for a quick scalp. And we'll just watch this 850 level. We can stay under 850s. We reclaim 850s, I'll cut the trade. You can watch the book map at that level just to see how they interact with it. I want to see this reaction here. How do we handle 34s? The green lug level here. How do we handle that level? We create this higher low and then bounce. Looks like it. Okay, still in my trade short. Okay, here's my target, my partial. And then we just go break even there. And we just see, because they are still controlling price. So we just took that quick scalp. I'm gonna kept my stop right here at that next bullish rotation flip. Did just reclaim this. See if they're gonna get back under. Probably maybe attack one more time. It looks like they're trying to reclaim here. Let's see if they're going to take out this high. They go. This would be that reclaim right here, that dot. And we get that pump higher. Let's see if they're going to break out that high. Nice pump there. Back at our heat map real quick. About to cross back into positive gamma. We're at the flip level here on the QQQs. POC shifted back up now to 730s from 700s. So upside magnet pulling price higher. So as an example, why you would use Renko, like if you have a 1 minute chart up, you're going to see why you would use Renko. Let me open 1 minute chart. So for most folks, depending on their entry trigger, they'll be buying like the high of this down close candle. If they miss that, now they're, you got this big candle. You don't know what you're doing. Usually you'll be buying strength, right? And typically at that point, you're sitting in a pretty risky position, just depending on the size. Especially in this market, that's like 240 ticks. So, think about that. Like, do you really want to use a stop for that? Probably not. So this is where Renko comes in, because the entry technically would have been right here on that green dot for us. That's a confirmed entry. And that stop loss, let me see what the average stop is right now, about 60 ticks. 60 ticks would be the average stop with the Renko chart for this particular setting that we're using, or I'm using. Everybody uses their own settings. I don't really know what other people do, but at least what I do, doing at least I'd say about 3-4 years about using Renko like this. I use a Unirenko bricks, which are a little different than like the Ninja Renko stuff, the other Renko charts. Like, I don't like the Renko I don't like the typical Renko charts that come with most platforms. But anyways, so QQQ is back in positive territory. We are back in positive territory. So let's see if we get this push higher and start coinciding with the ES and SPX and all that. Let me pull up the SPX real quick. Things flowing to the upside, but we're not entering yet. We're not buying that. We gotta wait. So for me, I'd want to see price come back down again. And we get another rotation, and maybe we can participate. But we'll see. So, trying to hold 75s here. If they can do so, but they're going to end up tripping out this engulfing candle. So people trying to buy the breakout here probably going to get spanked a little bit. If we give it a shot here, another little quick scalp. Try. A little late on my entry. A little late on the entry. These boys are going to reclaim 75s. In short right now. Prefer a retest of these lows, to be honest. So watching right now to see if they're going to continue to support here and then take it up higher. So we'll be watching to see if this area here at 880s would be the reclaim. So they're going to watching here. We're about to get trapped here, hopefully. See? Go. Little scalp target there. Where they may reclaim right here. So it's going to be cautious. But that quick scalp. I know the pressure's to the upside, but we'll see if they're going to be able to reclaim this. Some base hits here, trying to recover. I took 2 losses at the start, so just pulling back up again. So I'm not trying to catch a single home run trade after taking the 2 losses, although they were minimal. But I want to be able to build a cushion, and then I can start holding up and doing what we need to do, start pressing. Rotation up at 868. They're going to probably maybe test this open print here for 10 o'clock. We'll see. And this is the thing, see that whole thing. You got to watch out with that, right? You guys are buying, people buying strength once we get into positive gamma environment on NQ. So we know strength is going to, you don't want to buy the strength. You don't want to be buying these big ass candles. See if we can test this base down here. Did they already test it? Like right around 835s. Try to get this flip right now. Once they're going to be able to succeed and get that flip. We're trying to buy this right here. We're right at VWAP. VWAP's at 850s. Watch this open print here. Ideally, what we do is we end up create this lower low underneath the open print. Then we can reclaim and then start maybe a upward movement. Or I'm not opposed to price coming back down and retesting those lows but you do have to take in consideration that POC on the QQQs is overhead, and it's going to be acting as a magnet for price to push price higher. See. We'll see. Right now, they're battling between 50 and 25 level. There's that expansion lower. I'm gonna try a quick scalp here. Be very tight. They don't yank and trap. There a little scalp here, scalp target. Watching 8/10s, POC session. Break even. Taking my partial. Looking for a low day. Retest. Okay. Trail tagged. All good. Looking for a reclaim now. Get back above the 30-minute open. Buy that. Right now they're still pressing, so be coachable to the chart. And they're bidding lower. They're attacking the bids. All good. Little base hits, baby. Little base hits. Here. Where they're gonna go? 750s. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Okay. That rotation. We'll try. We'll try long here. Might be a little early. Might be a little early here. Reclaim 800s. Can we get back above 25s? Want to see back above 23s. I mean, sorry, opening print. Can we reclaim the opening print? Very nice. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. Back above 25s. No, they don't want to do it. Moving our stop to our next rotation level. 200s. Sorry, 200s. 800s. Struggling here. Are we struggling, or what are they going to do? What are they going to do? We are at that decision point, so you got to be careful. They could just whoop, yank it, and then that's it, right? Yeah. Can't reclaim that open print. We see an offer coming in. They're trying to press, but we'll see. Cut it. I'm out on that. So I was hoping that we would have got that reclaim of that 30-minute open, but stalled out. Still possible. Still possible. So gotta wait a little bit. Watching one more time here, if they're going to be able to do it this time. One more time here, if we can get back above that open print. Otherwise, it becomes a double failure. Not interested in getting trapped twice. Here. Prolong here if we can reclaim above the 30-minute open. If not, then we need to press lower and we'll be looking for 750s. Okay. Where? That's our gamma flip now, QQQ. This cracks and this changes and they shift and they accept below, then obviously changes the roadmap here for us a little bit. Watching this area here. Boys are going to be able to do something. Have large selling coming in. I think we will consider if we can start spiking here a little bit. I'm going to try. They can hold this up here. Start just trading through these bids. See. Not on that. Watching this area here. Very important area here. Testing our 750 volatility threshold level. This is where we can see either pretty much the conditions begin to really shift here. The same thing as our gamma flip level here on the QQQs. It looks like it's going to continue to expand lower. We did fail above that 30-minute open at 23s. And then from there, we're now pressing lower and expanding lower here on the hourly. We're clearing out that 750 level. Big dump there, big acceleration. PLC just migrated back down to 715s now. From 725 to 715s. Big rejection here on the ES. It's at 625s. I think ES is going for 600s. Unfortunately, I'm not into short. That's how it goes sometimes. That was pretty nice expansion there. I think the key thing for me was failing to recognize when we rejected that 30-minute open multiple times, buyers could not take back control. And then they just got stuffed. The buyers got stuffed at that level, and then boom, that was it. And now we're obviously flipping. We're in transition right now. PQQs. We'll see if they defend and they try to get price back up. But we got this POC down below, and we'll see if they get through that. Then that could even push price lower. Nice. Pretty short from bro. Let's go. 29,500 is your target. Let's go. Let's see. That was a nice failure. 27s. 827s. And once we crack that open print, once we crack 750s, very nice. But right now, flat. Took those cuts on those attempts to get that bounce. Now just going to wait. Because this thing is accelerating out to the downside. So we don't want to be playing the game, catch a falling knife. About to tag our big blue lug level here for 1 minute. Also, I'm surprised we actually got down there. The first test of the blue lug level. Let's see if it gives us anything meaningful here. Let's see if it gives us anything meaningful here. Got to get through that level. Then it gets super nasty. And 500s. Also, Kings is targeting GEX 3 at 500s. Don't stop. Vibes. Watch out for, see the volume coming in here. Put a large offer. 700. Boom, chewed it through. Yeah, great trades, also lessons. Great read, great trade. Fantastic. Good work. Good work. Big blue, big reaction off big blue. That's cool. Huge reaction now. Look at that. Let's see if it's something that will sustain. So yeah, we're gonna watch now on this price moves right back into our flip level here at what price is that flip? 718s on QQQs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Soon we'll see. I'm gonna wait for this 1030 IB to get set and then kind of figure it out from there. Guys are trying to press the 700 level. Let's see if they're going to be able to. Oh, we got that 1030 open here. Let's see if these boys are going to start reclaiming and or what they're going to do. Getting long now. Salsa lessons. Are you gonna be like me? Are you gonna be a little bit like me, kind of just waiting for reclaims? Watching here. If these guys are gonna, what they're gonna do with this open print. Paying attention here. All right. On to BWAP. See, I'm flat right now. Careful. Careful there, buddy. Yeah. Let's see. They can reclaim here. So there's room to 300. Got to be careful here, guys. Let's see. These guys are going to be able to do something here. I'm gonna try long here. Long. Let's see if I can get this. Stop's already a break even. Already peeling off a partial just because the market is kind of heavy. Let's see, well, I didn't get my partial off. Okay, maybe I have a chance here. Let's see. That little partial. 700 levels. A little pain in the ass. But we're in. Got that nice little entry here. So this instance was more so like, okay, cool, here's the open print. They rejected it. Some order flow came in, aggressive sellers, met by buyers. And then we got our flip, right? The little green dot. That's it. I just enter on the green dots. I get long on the green dots, and that's it. That's my entry. Pretty tight stop there. So All good. Now we just let it do its thing, and hopefully we can catch a little bit more here. We're up 25, 30 points. Take another contract off as we approach these highs, because I don't want to see... Well, the major test here is going to be the 30-minute open, right? If they can reclaim the 30-minute open, then we can chill. We can ride this thing till 11 o'clock, but I don't think they're going to make it that easy here, so we'll see what happens. Kind of shitty here. Crappy price action. These guys are gonna get this push higher. Try to get above 700s. Really do. That's a nice failure there. Maybe we end up flipping short. Let's see. I'm gonna try the short now. See if we can get that push lower. The 300s will be the target. 500, sorry. So we're in short. Stop's already at break even. Just because they could trap right here and rip higher. So, you know, we're just going to be a little bit proactive with this stop loss and not try to be a hero. Okay, there's my scalp target, taking it off for 15 points, leaving my little runner on, leveraging 75, holding 75s, above 75. Let's see if we can start breaking and clearing through some of these levels here down below 650s. Here's our 25 points. Hold on, yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? So when these longs fail, that's where we get in. I don't know if you're trying to tell me what I'm trying to analyze the strategy. It's not that difficult. This is basically when buyers fail. The whole entry trigger, the whole entry models is when one side fails, right? All right, we're holding 50 points of profit right now. I think we should probably start trailing a little bit more. We are in there. Let's see now if we can get to our target down at 500s. Yes, GEX 3, let's go. GEX 3. Got a POC that we're coming into here. Let's take a look. Let's look. We can accelerate. We accelerate through 715s on QQQs. Let's see more movement. There's no floor. No floor. Let this thing drop like it's hot. Drop like it's hot. Drop like it's hot. There is 300 ticks or 80 points. We will peel one off here shortly. Just let this thing ride dirty. Ride dirty. How about I just peel one off right now at that big figure 600 since we are approaching that POC on QQQs. Oh, yeah, I was trading like ass in the beginning. I was feeling like, what's going on here? Nah, it's all good. I took a, let's see, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 trades so far. I think about 8. this is what we hope for, right? Is every single session we're just like waiting. We're going to build our little buffer. I didn't get to build my buffer right away. I ended up taking 2 losses right away, so I had to recover the buffer. Then I lost it again, or we went back to red. Then started fighting my way up again. Caught 2 little trades there, and then now, guess what? Bingo, we're back in business, folks. And what time is it? It's only 10:39, so we got time, man. We got time. We can literally just sit here for like 20 minutes and just ride this thing. Ride this thing. Let's do that for right now. I'll try to flip here. Leave our stop like at that quarter level there, 26s. They're banging, and price is banging its head against 600s right now. Major negative level here down at 500s. So that's the big target there. 500 is the target right there, guys. Anybody using GEX spot? See, we start pressing. Come on now, let's clear this level. We got to clear this level. I don't know. We're gonna probably pop it up one more time, and then maybe give us a, because we just set the IB, right? We just broke the IB for the first time, so IB is at 638. So they're probably gonna try to come back and retest the IB, and then we can re-enter again. And we can re-enter again. Got out on that. Still in short, guys. We didn't successfully get that flip yet, so I'm gonna continue to hold my trade. I mean, they can obviously come back. We got that buyer that just came in, so let's see what happens here. Give it a little bit of a breathing room. They're gonna continue to rip through this. Is this a breakout here, or what they're gonna do? Hope for failure. If we get back down to this little line here, then that's a double failure for buyers. We can continue to, now my stop will go above that high. Looking for a red dot. I need a red dot here. Give me a red dot. What's going on, Gex? We staying. They're definitely defending this POC at 715s. Yeah, see, they're defending that. Let's see. Come on now. Let's do it. Well, the fact that the 30 minutes is so bearish, right? I mean, look at how far we are from the opening print. It's going to be very difficult for these buyers to reclaim, especially negative gamma. All right, baby, we're in there. Got that red dot. Let's go. Next leg expansion. Let's get to this damn target real quick. Stop playing. Guys, just hit the target so I can go walk my dog. Alrighty. Dang, this seems like off my chart. I can't even see my entry. There we go. 135 points. All right, I guess I know how to trade after all. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, can we get to that final target, man? I need that final target. Boys just need to get it done for me. We are up 140 points. Is anybody else in this short? Anybody else in this short? Let's go, GEX 3, baby. NDX, where's that major? Where's that major? Okay. Oh, they're pulling that volume there down at 500s. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna get tagged out. Let's stop at 75s. No, don't stop me out. Wow, guys. Out. Nice little 100-point trade there, guys. Look at that shit. Look at that. So we took longs here initially, and then I flipped short on the dot. and then luckily was able to just sit through that, even on this little pullback, to just capture that target down to 75. So all good. We can still get down to GEX3. So this was I wasn't expecting price just to be so that one-sided, one-sided directional. I was thinking that maybe we get a little bit more mean reversion play, but price was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Big bounce, big recovery there, all 550s. You use a 12 Renko today? Is that what REN is? Is Renko? You use the 12 Renko? What is REN? My Renko is 8, 20, 40. And then I also use a bigger one, 32. What is this one? 32, 80, 160s. I always use like an 80, 20, 40 or a 4, 10, 20. Like in Globex, I use 4, 10, 20s. So I use Unirenko. I don't know if you're using Unirenko or Ninja Renko or just a standard Renko, but I use Unirenko specifically. I like wicks, right? I like the wicks. And I like to control, obviously, that open price, even though it's a fake, fictitious open on Renko. But this is an 80, 20, 40. And for a lot of people, it's too noisy. It's too noisy for them. That's fine. I get it. But for me, I like to know. I like the little microstructure because I'm not using that to base my entries on. As you can see, my entries are solely based on these larger swings that you see here with what looks like a zigzag. It's not a zigzag indicator. It works like a zigzag, but it's not. But basically, it's my market structure based on volatility measured for Unirenko. It only works for Unirenko. But these boys are going to try again here to get another higher high. Let's see if these guys can successfully squeeze the sellers here and here. And then possibly, did they already pull all that volume down at 500s? That's still there. That's still there. Still there. It is 499. They actually moved the PLC even lower. PLC shifted on the QQQs. Got some sellers trying to sell here. Let's see. These boys can bust through. I was hoping to just hit that full target, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there. But at this point, we're not trying to enter low. Yeah, yeah, exactly. 2.2, 2.0. Good beat today, bro. You're a killer. That's a beast. See if these boys fail here. Let's see if these boys fail above 600. Look at that. Let's see if they fail above 600. I'm not re-entering on this, but I'm just watching to see. Oh, okay. They're gonna try to pump this high at 25s. Let's see. Let's see. Pretty crazy. What's also lessons is talking about here is put the call ratio. So if you don't know what that is, if you're new here, it just means that there's 2 times the amount of puts as there are calls with bearish pressure on price, obviously. So you see that it's just like, okay, doesn't mean you can't necessarily catch scalp moves. You know, obviously I'm a scalper, but you obviously want to be aware of that. But it looks like price is trying here. Let's see, they're retesting this IB low. Let's see what they do here. Let's see what they do here. Look at all that volume here. Jeez. Boys are trying to defend this action here. Oh, they just shifted PLC back up, man. These guys are just playing that PLC. They're now trying to support here 715s on QQQs. Go to the GEX, see what they got going on. X. I do not. I use it's a bigger Renko. I know a lot of folks use really tight Renkos. I use 82040. I've never had any issues in live markets. I know people trade sim or a prop firm accounts and they try to build strategies based on that, which is not real because those fills are not real. But everything that I use, it works in actual live market conditions with slippage, etc. So yeah, I use Unirenko bricks. All right, I think we might see this retest of this low at the bottom of the hour here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Ninja Trader, Ninja Trader, Ninja Trader. I don't really like Renko on any other platform to be. And the Sierra charts has, I think, decent ones, but the Sierra charts for me is just like pain in the ass. I feel like I'm using a 1990s computer. It's like, what? What do I got to do? Yeah, maybe I'm just not that smart. You know, I think you got to be kind of smart to be able to build those charts and whatever. Unirenko. Top City here. Let's see the 600 level. Once it cracks, we may get that GEX 3 level. We'll see what happens. Not yet, though. Not yet. Don't be getting trigger happy. You got to pay attention to time, right? The time is the key, right? What time is it? 10:53. And also, as just said, arm looks suppressive, right? So as time passes by, that dealers have to begin to start taking action. So that could also add to this move here. Let's see. We are beginning to see maybe this breakdown for this level here. Let's see. Here we go. Time is working against the bulls. Buyers had their chance, and they just lost their chance. Boom. There's the dot. Let's see if we get expansion now, and main target would be 500s. Let's see. I'm not in it. I'm already tapped here for that trade, for that session, for this window, so I'm good, but it's just good to pay attention and observe. That's so fun. I don't know what swap is. Dots, red line. Red line. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Red lines? You mean the zones? Like these? Yeah. 75% of the way to our expected low. There's that attempt again by buyers, and then they just immediately rejected. We can't. I'm not placing nothing here. 1055. Actually, I don't think I have the VWAP on this particular chart right now. Usually I have a VWAP on the chart, but I rebuilt my chart. I had to rebuild my charts yesterday because we just updated all the indicators for our stack. I think I forgot to add the VWAP on my Renko chart, but it's okay. I have VWAP on my 7 other charts. FYI, I don't just look at Renko, so I don't want you guys to think like you just gonna look at Renko and that's it. And a big part of what we look at is candlesticks, specifically for closures in and around our key levels, and that's how we gauge. At least for me, it's how I gauge. I gauge defeat for one side, right? Because everything for me is obviously like a battle. It's an auction. Who's in control? Who's not in control? And we want to be able to see that. You can't really see that with Renko. Renko has its limitations because you can't tell actual closes. But that's why we've created like we call it current open indicator. So basically, it tells me the close with a higher time frame. So I know that's a 30-minute close right here, as well as 30-minute open. So for me, it's like, okay, well, this 30-minute auction, we can tell obviously is bearish. Those have been in control, right? But I can't see like a 5-minute closure or 15-minute closure. I mean, I could if I wanted to change the settings for that indicator, but it's not necessary because this is just my execution layer. I already have an idea of what I'm going to do even before I look at my Renko chart. Renko chart for me just confirms the moment I'm ready to take action or whether I should take action in that moment, right? So it's not a VWAP, bro. This is an ATR band, polar volatility band, similar to a super trend. It's just the math is a little different than a regular super trend. So super trends are kind of it's. I'm not saying they're bad or good. It just depends on which ones you're using, right? But at the end of the day, I don't know. I have something that I've been using for a while that just makes it easier for me to execute. Even though you have indicators and signals and all that stuff, you can still lose money, obviously. You know, because if the people who actually built indicators had stuff that actually worked, they would all be crushing it and not building a bunch of indicators. They wouldn't have to keep rebuilding new indicators. They would literally have the one that works and continue to use it. But the problem with most of their stuff is it's all built on you know, moving averages and nonsense like that because they don't really understand other things besides that because they're not real traders. I'm not saying I'm a real trader. I'm just saying that I may trade a little bit more than most vendors who build indicators. All right, 2 minutes left here. 11 o'clock hour. Is this going to be the final failure here? Are these buyers finally going to get liquidated? I want to see what's going on here. Take a look. They are holding the 715 level right now. We get through 715. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. 715 on QQQs. Wait. Those are heavy. Heavy. Dude, it's been so quiet with news. I haven't heard any news. Volume up, like, dude. Has there not been any news? Like, has Trump not posted anything? Has there not been any bombs? Like, what's going on? Like every day, it's been like nonstop, right? All right, 11 o'clock open. Let's see what they do at 11 o'clock. Maybe we can catch another nice little trade here. Let's see what we do here. I'm expecting price to move up a little bit more because we are pinning or testing the IB low. I like them to break inside the IB and then fail, right? I want them to get inside, get buyers all confident, and then whoop, you know, we're gonna catch them slipping. As one of my buddies used to say. All right, let's go. What's that price? We're gonna see if maybe the buyers can push up to 62s, 662s, and then we can maybe trap them, right? Let's see. Let's see. And then S&P's kind of firming up here, 7600s. So that's also notable. That's worth watching, right? They're kind of holding up here a little bit. Let's see. Call resistance. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I mean, they are still kind of pressing to this level. Let's see if these guys are going to get that next low. Maybe they're going to try to close this opening gap. It's decreasing, shrinking. Let's see, buyers are maybe trying to defend. Is that what it is? Let's see. Well, feels like it feels like it wants to fail. Feels like it wants a retest of these lows. So this would be that trigger, but I'm not feeling it yet. But it might be time. It might be time. It'd take a real tight entry, but we're too far from our entry point. So, yeah, a little too far from the entry point. Where did they put this ask? They just put an ask here. Got a large seller just came in, 100 contracts, 100 contracts. Oh, looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice here for a short, right? But I wanted it to get a little bit more bullish so I could have a little bit more range so I could catch a nicer trade. I don't want to catch a little bit of a little itty bitty trade. Our ATR is 131 ticks now per minute on the minute chart. Wrong bid here. Careful. Be very careful here. If you guys are new here, you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Only hit the subscribe button if you actually want to. Obviously, if you don't like my style of trading, don't hit this. Don't hit the subscribe button. Don't hit the subscribe button. All right, let's go. What's going on here? Are these guys finally cracking 600s? Are we going to be able to get our push to GEX 3? Watching. We gotta avoid this though, right? You gotta be careful in this mess. But if you do to take the trade, you just gotta watch out. Look at that. So I think we are finally being able to move away from 600s. I'd like to see some buyers step back in a little bit more. I'd like to get them roped in more. But see. Testing 600s. Guys gonna be able to reclaim 600s. Or start closing through 715s on the QQQs. We may accelerate lower. The idea, but don't sell into support. I mean, this is basic 101, right? You don't want to sell into support. Here we go. There's the buyers trying. Let them try. In fact, let them try hard. Let them get price inside the IB. Let them get above the open print at 631. That's what we want. Let the buyers pump price up. They trap some sellers. Let it get real bullish. And then we look for the next failure, right? So now people are thinking this is a breakout. They're trying to buy it. But if this fails, maybe the buyers will not have enough strength to reclaim 631s. 29,500 still major negative here on NDX. See, so that means down here, this is where we would be watching. Down here, got some large bids stacking down below, building some volume, some interest below. Anyone else looking at QQQ? Did QQQs just like do a ridiculous big spike out of nowhere? Oh, look, man, I don't know if it's my platform or what. Let's take a look at that. Platform. Okay, here we go. Buyers successfully held the pullback. Exactly. VWAP chop. VPOC chop. 100. Folks who don't know what we're referring to, this. Not volume profile. Not that. Different. It's different, man. Different. GEX profile POC. GEX profile POC. I told you my level where I want to see buyers pump. I want them to get to 662s. And then from there, maybe even test 700s, which would be our GEX 5 level. Let's see. Alrighty. These boys are successfully getting this breakout. Let's see if they, well, hold on. Not get too excited yet. I want the buyers to get the breakout. I want them to push this thing. We need the bulls to get aggressive here. We want to see price start pumping. Of course, we don't want to see a full reversal, right? But we do need price to start pushing higher here in order for us to catch something worth catching. There we go. There we go. First attempt by buyers at 6. Oh, we didn't get to 662. Almost got there. We already got the first rejection here, but we're still holding up. Let them try again. We need the buyers again. I need them to push it up more. Let them go. Let them get this high. Let them break out here. Another higher high. Are you two ripping LVN? Talking about the Russell? Russell is ripping? I'm not watching the Russell right now. Oof. I don't know. I don't know if these buyers are going to be able to do it. I thought they were going to give us a little bit more juice. More juice. I don't know. Come on, boys. Let's see. So my plan of action, let them go up one more time. Boom! And then we try to slam it. But we gotta wait. We gotta wait. Let's make sure that we are still in the right, on the right side here. Yeah, it's just hold on. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this is a point of control based on the GEX profile, so gamma exposure. And I wanted more. Okay, well, I guess that's it, right? The buyers did not have enough juice to get it back into, or stay back and give me that second pump up. So that right there was that turning point, and then the confirmed scenarios. Once we failed right here to reclaim that 631 open print, that's it, done, done. Can you explain your BPOC 600? Yes. So point of control, basically highest concentration of GAM exposure. So it acts like a magnet for price. It'll pull price, right? So it's where we know that dealer hedging is strongest. So when price moves to these levels, we can expect price to react around it. That's why we always want to pay attention, and that's why price was kind of just hanging out there for a bit. And let's see if they move it down or higher or lower. Let's see. Still staying put. Not breaking down. Let's see. Looks like it's breaking down in terms of price structure. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. This could be the move, the acceleration. Let's see. So if they reclaim 600, then obviously that's gonna kill that idea. But let's watch. Let's watch. At this point, it feels like it's time. Feels like these boys spent enough time getting everybody trapped here. I was hoping that we would have gotten another meaningful long, or not a long, but a extension into the level, and then we could really get buyers trapped nicely. But we didn't get it. And here we go. GEX 3 underway down here. This is what we're watching. Got a nice little bid. This should be easy for price to just knock out. Be easy for price. Unfortunately, I missed that trade here for 11 o'clock. That would have been the 11 o'clock trade right there. Just remember, every 30 minutes, all we're looking at every 30 minutes is how can we participate? You know, it's not every minute, not every 5 minutes, not every 15 minutes, but every 30 minutes. It's a game. So we're just trying to wait. Okay, 30 minutes, done. Boom. That last trade caught the 100 points, whatever. And then next 30 minutes. And then I had my idea what I was looking for. It didn't quite happen the way I wanted it to, but it happened. So there was definitely an opportunity on that failure of the opening print 631. So the key level there would have actually been 650s, 625s once we started cracking that. And then we cracked 600. Boom, there you go. That's already the third level confirmation by the time we start really breaking through 600s. But I still would have preferred my push higher. And look, they're now still defending this level here at 550s. Still defending 550s right now. So even though we see this big dump here, look, expand left, we're still holding 550 level. So we don't want to ignore that, right? And this could also just look what they're doing here. They're beginning to try to push it back up to 600. This is what happens, and this is why we want to pay attention to VPOC or the POC on the GEX profile, because we want to make sure where that big magnet is at all times. They may have just trapped the sellers, guys. They may have just trapped the sellers. We'll know shortly. We'll know shortly. If they get this move all the way back up, that's it. But this is why the way you use Renko is so important, right? Because if you're using it for entry triggers, you should already know like when the thesis changes, right? When does it actually change, right? So this is why we use a little framework here of our little structures and stuff like that. But you shouldn't be taking like big losses. I know the market's been super volatile, obviously, the last couple of months. You know, and this is where it's important that you understand how to control those entries. Those entries are, I'd say, once you understand the framework of whatever system you're using, it could be simple as support and resistance. It doesn't really matter, but you can have all the right information, the right read of the market. But if your entries are sloppy and not consistently executed the same way, you're going to have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time. And the only reason why I really started focusing on the Renko stuff for executions because I was so bad at execution. Like, if you were to give a trader a grade on how good they are at executing, right, execution, I'd probably have like a double F minor if that was even a thing, right? So I need to have like guardrails for my own stupidity, right? And that's what I guess I was able to find some relief, if you will, using simple Reiko charts. Well, let's watch. They're gonna try here. They're gonna try here. So now they're really they're really trapping this right here. This 600 level is so important. So when we're at 600 level, you don't want to take trades at the 600 level. You want to take trades either above or below, right? So we now know the range that's set. 660 is the high. We got 550s the low, or within that area, 550, 525s. That's where we're dealing in right now, right? And the midpoint, that point of control, at least right now in this current range, just on price action basis, is 600s, but that lines up with our POC. So they're rejecting it right now. So that's nice. They are rejecting it right here. This is a possible rejection. So let's see. A bunch of selling came in here as well. So we'll see how this develops. There's the buyers. They're trying to get this higher high. They're trying to protect this move. Take a look at Bookmap real quick. 600s. Let's see if they're going to be able to reclaim that 600. If we get a rotation flip, that line there below 578, I mean, this could go fast. It could go fast back to the lows. Well, let's see. I'm going to take a proactive entry here. Early entry before the dot. There's the dot. And we are going to use a relatively tight stop loss here. And I'm holding for GEX 3. So we got that rejection of 600. I mean, they can still pop it right here. They can still pop it right here. Okay. I got to be mindful of that. So still, I'm in it short. Let's go. I need 75s to go. I need 75s to go. Gotta get this right here. Just put this. It could rip it one more time though. You know, these boys can do a little bit more and then go. Okay, there's my scalp target for 15 points. Targets are break even. Another one. Another one. Let's go. 25 points. Then we get more. I need moss. Give me moss. Give me more. Top should be at 86s. I want to be careful here, but it can still pop it again, right? It can still pop it again. These freaking people might want to do like a little Fibonacci pullback entry. Let's see if Fibonacci traders can get pummeled right now. Can they get pummeled right now? Fibonaccians. Oh. What time is it? 23. We got 7 minutes left. This 30-minute candle needs to expand. Let's expand and finish our business, guys. GEX 3, and then we're out. We're done. GEX 3, and then we can be done. Yeah? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yay. Oh, nice. Let's go. They got a bid down here, 520s. Let's go. Let's go. I'm moving targets even beyond that, bro. We're going down. We're going to target down all the way down. Let's see. What's next? What's our next big level here? Where's our big red lug level? Oh, man, we got put support. Big red's at 250s. 250s. What if we got to 250s today? I don't know. Highly unlikely. Our expected moves down to 366s. But just trailing. We just trailing. I'll take that little runner. I'll take one of the half of the runner off and just leave one on. Another one, bro. That was nice. That was a nice little trade. Pretty clean, right? A little pretty clean situation there. All the sellers come in. Initially, the buyer came in. It was an iceberg. That's what this means. A large seller came back in. Buyer tried again. Got my little red dot. Boom. And then we got our nice little pop there. Let's move. Oh, punks. Tag me out, break even on that last contract. All good. This is why you must trail. This is why you must trail. Let's see if they try to pop 75 one more time. You know, it's still opportunity. They could literally take this high right here, use that to accelerate through, and then we get the actual true short, which is like I mentioned, above 650s ideally. So we get like a big, nice rotation up. Let them get bullish, and then we slam it. But boys are trying again. Go. They're trying again. They're trying to get this high. Hey, I already did my business. We're good. I got paid. Did anyone catch that short, quick little 25 pointer? How many ticks was that? Yeah, I got in on the confirmed little flip there. So just in case, you know. Let's take a look. Take a look at what's going on, man. This interesting action here at the POC. They just keep hitting this level here. Hitting this level here. Look at that. Too bad. That's yeah. This is the level I want. 660. I said 662, so it's actually 664 now, right? This is our zero gamma level. I want price to get up to this level. You can see they actually pulled back. This is NDX. Major positive now, just migrated lower. 701. So maybe we can get to this area here, and then maybe. Oh boy, yeah. See that full call ratio now shifting. Long sentiment now. Yeah. Cut off by the little border. No, that's a Ludwig level. On the Renko chart, that's our Ludwig levels. Look at that reclaim here. Look at that 600 pop. Let's go. Oh, hey, maybe the buyers or selling is done. Maybe it's done. Those are lug levels, dude. So we use gamma levels and lug levels as our primary, or at least I do. I use gamma levels and lug levels as my primary structure auction for the session. So going into the session, I know these are my levels I'm playing with. Yeah, I think it's done too, bro. Let's see. Let's see how they handle this here at 600s. Sorry, not 600, 631s. Let's watch. Let's watch. Time to get long. Salsa Kings. Oh yeah. I don't have an entry. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. It's 11:30. Back above zero gamma on NDX. Guys are gonna be. There's the 11:30 open. Ooh. Oh, it looks like we're moving into positive gamma territory here soon on QQQ. Let's see, we have a little bit more to go. Right now it's neutral. We're in transition. Let's see if it's done here. Are these guys going to continue to support this move higher, or is this it? Is this it? Watching. Let's see. These guys want to take out that 660 swing high here. This high they're going to be looking at right here around 655s. So just watching now. These boys can start holding above our 30-minute open. Stay firm. ES has basically just been hanging out at 7,600 call resistance. See overhead on the GEX. Watching. Okay, that's the second time the buyers failed above the 30-minute open. Right. All right, we're gonna try this little short one time. Little short one time. Boom, baby, let's go. Instant, baby. Dude. OMG. Quick scalp there, fellas. Quick little scalp there. There's a reclaim. Now time to get long. Let's see if we can get long now. Let's see if we can get long now. I'm back in long now. We're back in long now. Hopefully I don't get spanked for flipping so quickly. Oh, I just got tagged out. Let's see. One more time. One more time long. There's a retest of the open print. They could shit on me right here. Let's go.